Welcome back to yet again another episode of Greeky's Garage. We just finished filming a questionable hack man body man video on that old Ford back there. If you can't see my face good enough, jeez, cameraman, that's me, my fault. But yeah, we got the snow blade of sorts. All the snow's gone, but we had a good dusting of snow on the ground. There's no more leaves on the trees, so you know what that means, boys and girls of the YouTube internet world that comment on my videos, say I got nice hair. Snowmobile time. So let's go view our contenders for this year's 2023-2024 snowmobile riding season, because I'm banking on some good riding conditions this year.
Shake hands with danger.
When I mean good, I mean over 4 inches of snow, which Minnesota gets more than that. So let's go view our contenders. One's complete and one's in sad disrepair. So let's go see what we got. Oh geez, so we didn't have to walk far, because around here Polaris is quite literally grow on trailers. Scientifically proven that you know, the Minnesota ground, you know, mixture with the little clay, Polaris just pop up all over the place. Man, they're coming up like little poplars. They're like trees. But this one has evolved. It's a trailer model now. I mean, it's in okay shape, but I think it's just a wee bit too complete in the growing stage for us to harvest it quite yet. I mean, it's just a youngin'. So, oh, speaking, it's just a little guy. It's only a 295. So, like, we're gonna venture on into the wilderness of Minnesota here, and well, see what I can dig up. Trees, tree jokes, tree puns. I'll keep them rolling. I found something quite glorious, so I'd pan the camera this way. Crikey mate, we have ourselves a wild Polaris Colt. This one's in good shape. She's fared the weather very well. See, like I said, they pop up like trees. She had her belly's been beat in a little bit, but nothing we can't straighten out. So, without further ado, let's drag her up to the house. Now let's see if we can tame this wild beast into the... Ooh, tired. That was a wrestle. And see what we can turn this wild beast into for the 23-24 season. Yeah. Okay, I need a beverage. Right, so Steve, he did a good job wrestling this little girl. She's got some tin patches she needs there, you know, some ramen and some styrofoam and some aluminum tape, and you know, this side's straighter than arrow. I ain't kidding ya. Got her sled mover, because believe it or not, these old girls, even though they're only 280 some odd pounds, they're still heavy. And then we got our donor. All right, now that it's in the garage, oh shoot. Hello there. Well, now that she's in the garage, well, we're gonna work on hammering what's left of the tunnel straight. And then I got all that sheet metal I used for the Ford on the floor. We're gonna beef this tunnel up as much as we can. We're gonna cut out the whole, we're gonna skin it basically, and we're gonna add as much structural integrity to it as we can. We're gonna fix all the holes, and we're gonna make it great. So let me put it in time lapse, and I'll get back to you guys when something looks like it should, which it really don't right now, but hey, maybe it will. And with that, boys, I think we got her just about as perfect as she's gonna get for side comparison. This side, you know, she's seen her days, but she's still pretty straight. Whereas this side is, I mean, does it look like it got crushed in by a junkyard? Well, does it look like it got picked up by a claw? That's what I'm trying to ask. I think I beat her out pretty good. Throw a ball peen hammer and a duckbill and a block of wood. So, with that done, tunnel's still got a crease in it. I think there's a crease up here I gotta fix yet. Yeah, right there. That's no big deal. So, turn the camera off. We're gonna knock that one out. Well, I'm gonna beat these guys down on this side because this is all gonna get, well, get it as flat as I can. Cut a piece of sheet metal, lay a piece of sheet metal in there. Biggest issue with these old gals is the skis with the leaf springs. Oh, my biggest issue with them. Skis with leaf springs, especially when you move your skis or you're on a different set. Like I got a set of cut up VMAX ones on my other Colt. So for a wider ski body in the snow, so it'll float better. They don't like that. And they come up, backs of the skis go conk, conk, and they beat on your tunnel, and that's no fun. So then you take your sled to a show, you want it to look nice, you know, vintage snowmobile show, ride in, you want it to look nice. And I ain't up for all that beat in, want the mallet and your skis hitting your tunnel. And I mean, if it gotta be done, it's gotta be done, but hey, it just doesn't look nice, scratches the paint. So yeah, we're gonna fix that on this little gal. Woo. Might get wide. Well, it's gonna be very wide. It's gonna be a floater, if you know what I mean. But yeah, okay, so do that dent, do this dent over here, do that, do that, do that. And we'll be right back with the program. So yeah, good time. Let good times roll, brother. All right, I'd say that made pretty good time. In about 15 minutes time, I got the belly pan from here to there really straight, surprisingly. This side, I got it beat down good enough to the point where I think I can get it flatter, and then lay a piece of steel from here to there, and then just weld it in the whole length just to beef it up a bit. We got this beat out as straight as we're gonna get it. What are you gonna do? And I got that beat out straight, so that's straight-ish. So it'll work. It'll work. So I gotta fix this guy. Crease her up against the fence post. And what else we gotta do? Yeah, our bulkhead is like super straight, and now it's super straight and really clean, no rust, surface rust. That's fine. Yeah, it's fixable, very fixable. I think we're gonna be able to fix it. So yeah, continue with beating it straight as far as we can. I'm running to Mankato tomorrow. Get a couple cans of paint, a couple cans of primer. I don't know what color I'm gonna paint it yet. I think I want to do it blue, Ford blue, because that's what I did my other one in. But I'm kind of leaning towards, well, I gotta fit the motor yet, so paint will come down the road tomorrow. I could put a 340 fan in it and it'd go right in, but we're gonna put the 440 in there for giggles, breaker chain case. So yeah, keep going. I'm probably gonna venture out to the shed, grab a table. I'm gonna put this thing on a table up off the ground so I can get my welder out, get some tin, start cutting, welding, and yeah, skin the whole tunnel, do the whole tunnel, yada yada yada. Run two pieces in here, cut them to the length, weld that in, redo our muffler hole. Same thing on this side. So I've got to be careful on this side because chain case, I got to make sure everything's okay there. And I think I might even do this down here. Go from underneath the lip of the seam and go up to the face of it, just spot weld it all the way around. Then I got to watch out for my steering on that too, but we'll make it work. Hopefully. I'm aiming towards more of a ice fishing, utilitarian kind of style with this. So it can be overbuilt as, well, not overbuilt, but well built, overbuilt. But yeah, light enough for ice fishing. So yeah, no further ado, kick you guys back on when we got some cool updates or something. We're making progress though, for a day and a quarter. Okay, well-deserved update time. We got our, see my breath. It's getting dark outside. I mean dark. Fingers are cold, need gloves. But, monumental moment. She's on the table of sled building glory. That's how I build all my sleds. Chassis beat in. Nicest Polaris Colt I own now. There, from here forward it is. But we made our first cuts. We're gonna cut that guy out. Just a little bit. I mean, she's gonna be... I can't say it's like skinning a cat because that would apply to our cats. But, we're skinning a Polaris. Makes sense. But yeah, so finish getting that cut out of there. So we'll do, I think we're gonna do 2, and then we're just gonna overlap because this is okay metal. I'll just use that overlap and I'll just weld. Good enough. Hopefully this doesn't, our chassis doesn't flex, twist. I'll weld new steel in. Hopefully it don't warp. I kind of didn't think about that, but it's fine. Don't worry about that. Worry about that later. But yeah. Keep cutting and get the welder out. And hopefully before it's completely dark, get that piece of metal cut to length, width, size, height, shape, dimension, weight, ratio. Well, shoot. We got our main structural piece. Science. Okay, we got the science. Ventilation fan. Led Zeppelin for entertainment. Beverage. Open window. Your Miller-Matic 175 with a gun that keeps feeding wire. And this beautiful patch you just welded in. See, now that we got this old gal in, well, since the last time you guys saw it, I think I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's tomorrow. I'm gonna buy a tub of Bondo, and we're just gonna, we're gonna take the grinder to it, and we're gonna keep going at it, get her as over curved as we can, and we're gonna smear some Bondo on her. You won't even know there was a piece put in there. I ain't kidding ya. So we're gonna do that. I think next step is, I think it's about 6 o'clock. We're gonna, well, yeah, you already know what I'm gonna do. Take the grinder in here. Whoop, whoop. And I think we're gonna run all the way up to this bracket. Well, the steering post, but well, my fuel tank slides underneath, so my tank holder, and this whole piece is gonna come out. I wanted to get this in primarily and done so that when I start cutting other pieces out, tunnel won't flex and flay and get out of square, which by welding this piece in, we got enough heat into it that it already warped on this side. It already warped there going inward, like a U, like that. So that's perfect. Yeah. So in Mankato today, I picked up some, what is it? I don't know. Some primer. Yeah. So, yeah. Get this thing done. Yeah. Then we'll shoot her. Get the gun out, mix up some, well, I got my primer, enamel, and then hardener. So we'll go 2-1 on that. Get that in the gun, spray it. Have a day. Great day to be a day. And we'll go from there. So I'll pick you guys back up when I got that cut out, the patch in, and I'll go start welding it in. So yeah. I'd be lying if I was saying that wouldn't be a lot. That was a lot of welding because I messed it up a few times. You can definitely tell the side that I started on versus the side I finished on. Because I was working on this all last night and it ain't perfect. But I started working on this side and goddamn, It's pretty near beautiful. Not really. It's about as beautiful as me. So not very. Okay, proceed. Ooh. Well, we're back. Working on the Colt. She's upside down now. Got a haircut. Looking pretty good. But, biggest issue we had over the echoey in here. Oh, yeah. That broke. So, we're kind of out of a welder right now. Good thing we got another one. We got the Clark, the old 180. Got her hooked to the bottle. Make sure that's, yeah. She's working all right. So the Colt, she's up on her top end. Welding in some braces. Just don't look at them too close. Same with there. I'm gonna weld her inside seam because if you look underneath up here, we got, oh yeah, got her complete patch in up here. We gotta get some bond all and, you know, flush her flush. We can't get a gun up in there, so we're just gonna do it from the backside. Started scuffing the paint off up here. We're gonna make plates that come from here, show all the way up to the front. Just a square, rectangle, cube thing. So when our skis come up in there and they're going like this, they don't, I already explained that. But yeah. Belly tan, I think we're just gonna leave her alone, just go with it because it's still in pretty good shape. Oh, drop that. Yeah, I think so. But anyways, I'm gonna get all this welded up the rest of the way. I'll bring you guys back in. I'm sure this video is already long enough. And then we're gonna flip it back over once we get all this welded in. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. And yeah, flip it back over. Take our steel, we're gonna cut out some little squares. And we're gonna weld them in where our suspension holes go. Then we'll just drill them back up through the other side. So it'll give us a fresh start on our suspension holes. So, skid mounting locations. So hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, this will all be ground down and paint will be going on. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's get right back into it. Well, maybe. Try to. I don't know. Kick you guys back on when something cool happens. Yep. Ooh, that's a big pile of parts. And there's a chassis, and there's a 75 hood. But here's our chassis. Okay. So, the last clip that you watched, oh, I'm dirty. I gotta go take a shower. The last clip that you watched is probably, I don't know, 6 weeks ago. So, I'll update you guys. We got our 1975 Polaris Colt hood mount so we can hinge it, you know. Good to go. We got exhaust mount made for 440. Said 440. Said exhaust pipe. Stock something Polaris pipe with a lawnmower muffler welded to the end of it. It's pretty quiet. It's nice. But back to the chassis, because you guys haven't seen updates on this. Because that's what you're here to watch. You're me working on this Polaris. Anyways, welded in a patch here. We found some more holes. Oh, so we ended up here. Welded in a brace here underneath. Welded in this piece. Welded in a brace there. Oh, bought an Indy. Pulled the track out. Pulled the skid out of that. Pulled the fuel tank out of that. And we're gonna put that in this with a 121 and a rubber track and a 440. And it's gonna work. It's gonna be glorious. Let me turn the camera off and I'll flip her over and we can show you guys the other much needed. If you ever ridden a, I don't know, 72 to 75 Polaris Colt, you know that, well, the skis like to make contact with the belly pan area, which I probably already mentioned that about 18 times in this video. And that was the biggest thing I wanted to fix because my other ones, it beats your fresh paint in on your belly pans all to snot. And plus this machine, I mean, I don't know, I'm just having fun building it. I mean, it ain't gonna be no show queen. That's fine. So, let me show you guys the Rock Basher 4000s or something. I don't know. Working on doing all the wrong things right. Insert clip there or here. Yeah.
Later on tonight, we'll be working on doing all the wrong things right.
Alright, we're back. Here's the plates out of the Indy. Just there, we cut the rivets off the aluminum chassis. Took our steel plates. And that raises that skid up. I mean, you guys haven't missed out much. I was just mocking stuff up. But tomorrow we're going to start laying primer. And then after that, it's going together with paint. So, yeah, that'll be a good time. You keep following me. I didn't fix those, and I'm not going to, because I'm not really worried about it. Here's our rock bashers for our skis. I don't even know. I use thicker than sheet metal back there, so they're pretty well there. I mean, they'll take a beating of a ski, so that's good. Did the same thing down there. I mean, she's pretty good to go. I keep popping through with the wire brush and making pinholes everywhere. There's holes. She's more holier than a piece of Swiss cheese. Whoa. Oh yeah. Another update of the sled process. We made a table out of an old shipping pallet. So yeah, there's something else. It's on wheels, so it rolls around. Oh. But yeah, there's seat, track. I mean, I don't know. Just like a snowmobile threw up my garage. That's what it looks like right now. So I suppose let's wrap this video up, because it should have been wrapped up about 6 weeks ago. But I realized I didn't have an outro when I went to edit this. So here we are. So let's do that. Can you see me now? Oh yeah, I can see me. So I figure that'll wrap up the first part on, what was I calling this? Well, I was calling it Disgrace to Humanity, because I did run it with the pipe, and the pipe is very loud. And I figured my neighbors should love me after this, so I figured I was going to call it Disgrace to Humanity. Super Colt was always a, I don't know, picture perfect name in my head with the 440 and 136 with the Sony 121. So I don't think it deserves that name. But yeah, I'm not sure. So if you got any name ideas, throw them down in the comments. I'm really thinking Disgrace to Humanity, you know, because we're going to make some people mad. At least it ain't a Arcade engine in a Polaris. At least we're keeping it Polaris, but yeah. So I suppose I better sign out here. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I'm going after another speed shop next on the internets with the snowmobile stuff, fixing chassis. I mean, he's about 4 years ahead of me on experience, but that's okay. Yeah, so just subscribe, you know, like, maybe, possibly, share. You got a buddy that likes sleds, you never know. I don't know. Just spitballing here. And as always, this is Kirky's Garage. I just keep turning wrenches. And maybe one day you'll be in your garage working on a 50-year-old snowmobile that's got more holes in it than Swiss cheese, and questioning your life decisions. Yup. That was a doozy. And we got Vice Grip Garage. Oh, we had Vice Grip Garage on. Darn it.